in a top 10 showdown, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Lobos will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quick handoff. At the 45 on its way. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Quarterback will audible. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Shadow of the goalpost looming, 1st and 10 from their own 1, just looking for breathing room. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. He's got it on the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They were backed up in their own end. Now a bit of a change of sceneries there across the 35, 1st and 10 from the 36. They'll give it to the back. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Looking deep. Got a wide open receiver. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Off play action. Fires to the right. It's caught. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. They're trying to get to him. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. And they're able to make the tackle.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Beavers get enough for the 1st down.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the 1st down.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Beavers want to move quickly. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Looking to buy time. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the edge.
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Beaver!
What did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. His passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Using his feet. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Lobos. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's back to throw on second down. Feeling some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Beavers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go.
He lobs one high down the left side. He caught it.
The pass on second down, caught by the receiver. He's tackled at the 5-yard line.
And the Lobos trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, New Mexico. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
He's got his man. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Beavers will hustle to the line. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Back to the air one more time. They're bringing heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd. The quarterback and force the incompletion.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man and they convert. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down mark. Got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. From the 30-yard line on first down. He's going to pass. Throwing right. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it there.
Well, I don't get this decision, but they've got their punt team on the field on second down. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Line gets set, first down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're rolling out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks, and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball, and you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass. It's Glagway. Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you can tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
To the air, it's Glagway. Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Beavers will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I can fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to. I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a straight.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Moving away from pressure. He's going to run it. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Let's see what they do on third down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Lobos will bring the punt team onto the field. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Off the play fake on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice move to pick up yardage. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Here we go.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes a catch. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They'd be looking at a 53-yard field goal from here. Instead, they'll try to pick it up on 4th down.
Black 24, double right.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
They'll go back to work after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 36. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Bought a little time, lets it go. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Now facing a 3rd and long. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. And the Lobos will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First down here for the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Pulls it in. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. So you think quarterbacks are all about glory. How about taking that shot and getting rid of it just in time?
He did a great job hanging in there, being tough, and more importantly, I think, as a quarterback, surveying the field, looking downfield, nothing open, making the right decision.
To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to beat the D deep. And it's caught inside the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The defense earns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to move it through the air. Got a man. It's Carr. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Extending the play. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon State. On to attempt to try. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Defense in press coverage. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Oh, look out, there he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
How about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they've regained the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Purdue is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Bob Greasy, this might not be over just yet. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Auburn. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. He's right on target. Touchdown, Lobos! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Shoots it to the left. Got his man all by himself. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. And the Beavers come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Using the quick game. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They got the touchdown they needed, now trailing by a field goal. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be.
Going deep. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, New Mexico.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
31, Oregon State, 21.
On the run from inside his own 5. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. Two-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time.
And he's running in the open. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. Not much of a choice here. Down by a score late. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Final seconds of the game. They can just take a knee and eliminate all of the drama.
And you're exhaling, too, at this point, because this was a hard-fought football game, David. It could have gone either way. At the end, it was this team that made the most plays, made the fewest mistakes, and they've earned this victory formation.
And by the way, there's nothing more frustrating in the world than playing defense when they take knees. Like, it's a helpless feeling. There's nothing you can do. You have so much rage inside. You just want to hit somebody so hard, and they're just taking a knee, and you just got to take the L.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He's looking to throw it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.